Good evening to all of you, and thank you for being here tonight to celebrate GLSEN and our honorees. It is a particular honor for me to be introduced by Jerry, and GLSEN has been lucky enough to work with her for years, but I have to say, it never gets any easier having to follow Jerry Ryan onto the stage, but I'll live with it. So my job, amidst all the glamour and the celebration of this evening, is to convey something of the substance of what GLSEN does, and do it briefly. But to do that, I want to tell you a story about a young woman who is very dear to my heart, and I will call her Jessica. When I first met Jessica, she had just finished high school. She had a difficult school experience. She came out as a lesbian in a very small city in a very conservative state. And she made choices and faced challenges that meant that she barely graduated and did not have great prospects when she did. But Jessica is a resourceful and determined person and set about making herself her own best life. She also chose to get herself an inspirational tattoo. One of those glorious, beautiful, big and bold tattoos that really make a parent blanch. And while I love Jessica dearly, I am not her mother. So I could calmly ask her the story of this wonder. An elegant rendering of the word thrive spelled out backwards across her chest so that she could see it in the mirror every morning, first thing when she got up. Now, Jessica told me that she had originally planned to have this tattoo say, survive. But then she said, I realized that was not enough. I have a right to reach for more. And every day, more than 55 million children go to school in this country, and every one of them has a right to reach for more, to expect, absolutely, to expect an equal opportunity to get a good education and to lay the foundation for a happy and healthy life. But those millions of students attend more than 132,000 schools, covering a wide range of safety and acceptance. And in some schools, who you are or who you are perceived to be can limit the opportunities available to you and limit your own sense of life's possibilities. Schools like Sequoia High School in Madisonville, Tennessee, where the school is illegally blocking the formation of a gay-straight alliance, and where the principal went so far to physically harass a student who wore a shirt in support of the banned student club. Or schools like Alice High School in Alice, Texas, where a boy was suspended and kicked off the cheerleading team when a surveillance camera at the school caught a glimpse of him kissing another boy. Compare these schools to schools right here in Los Angeles, where LA Unified partners with GLSEN and our good friends at the LA Gay and Lesbian Center in an ongoing effort to make it better for every single one of their students. What is happening here in Los Angeles is what GLSEN is all about. GLSEN develops and evaluates programs that help transform our K-12 schools. We train teachers, we support student leaders and student clubs, we develop curricular materials and implement bullying prevention programs in partnership with school districts across the country. And we have a lot of work to do in a country with more than 15,000 school districts and far too many tragic stories in the news. Anti-LGBT violence and the quieter forms of bias and stigma that shape student experience are a daily reality in schools across the country. But there is hope. Later tonight, you'll meet our Student Advocate of the Year, an amazing person and force for change, and only one of the thousands of students we have the honor of working with. Today, GLSEN has earned the credibility and the opportunity to operate on a scale beyond the imagining of our founders, including Kevin Jennings, our founding executive director, who I'm proud to say is here with us tonight. This spring, we received a federal grant from the CDC to launch a comprehensive safe space initiative in 20 targeted school districts. That positions us to reach 14,500 school personnel and 4 million students over the next 5 years. We'll get there. Today marks the close of Ally Week, GLSEN's annual student-led event to enlist peer support to end anti-LGBT bullying and name-calling. This year, our program reached more than 2,000 schools in all 50 states and 16 countries around the globe. Our newest curricular resource, Unheard Voices on LGBT History, was created in partnership with the Anti-Defamation League and StoryCorps, featured on NPR's Morning Edition, and is in use in high school history classes from coast to coast. Our programs are bold. Our goals are challenging. Some might even call them a reach. But it was a reach 20 years ago to believe that we could push 14 states to enact LGBT-inclusive anti-bullying laws by 2011. It was a reach, yes. Now if we just can get Congress to do the same thing. It was a reach to think we would have a decade-long partnership with the National Association of Elementary School Principals that would bring our curricular resources to tens of thousands of elementary schools. GLSEN has the track record, the ability, and the partnerships to cross that first finish line of safe schools for LGBT students. But we also must move beyond to the next goal, great schools that will support them and nurture them and all of their peers and prepare them for real success after graduation. Every day, more than 55 million students go to school in this country. Each of them has the right to reach for more. And we owe it to each of them, and I owe it to Jessica, to speak out boldly, to seek out advocates and allies everywhere, to continue our quest to touch every school in this country and to affirm every student's right, not just to survive, but to thrive. And I thank you all so very much for the support that makes all of this possible. Have a wonderful evening.